Listen to me closely because I am only going to say this once, and I need you to actually hear it, not just listen while you are scrolling through another endless feed of garbage trying to numb the pain of your existence. Look at the calendar. It is that time of year again. The air is getting colder, the leaves are changing, and a very specific sickness is starting to infect the collective consciousness of the herd. You can feel it in the air like static electricity before a storm. But this isn't nature speaking. This is the system winding up its little toy soldiers, preparing them for the slaughter. I am talking about Black Friday. I am talking about Cyber Monday. I am talking about the single most embarrassing display of human behavior in the modern era. Imagine for a second that an alien civilization looked down at us. They see a species that claims to be intelligent. They see us on a Thursday sitting around a table with family, pretending to be thankful for what we have, pretending to value connection and love and gratitude. And then not even 12 hours later, before the turkey is even digested in your gut, the alarm clock rings at 4 in the morning. You put on your war paint. You drive to a big box store in the freezing cold. You stand in line with 1,000 other desperate, shivering rats. And the moment those doors open, you trample over each other. You punch a grandmother in the face to save $50 on a television that is going to be obsolete in 18 months. You scream, you fight, you foam at the mouth. All to buy things you do not need with money you do not have to impress people you do not like. This is not a holiday. This is a ritual humiliation. This is the Matrix laughing at you. You think you are getting a deal. That is the first lie. That is the bait in the trap. You look at that red sticker and your lizard brain lights up like a pinball machine because you have been conditioned like a dog in a laboratory. You see the number crossed out. It says was $1,000, now $600. And your brain releases a hit of cheap dopamine because you think you just made $400. You didn't make anything. You spent $600. That is the math. That is the only math that matters. But you cannot see it because you are drunk on the illusion of scarcity. You are an addict, and the retailer is the dealer, and Black Friday is the moment they cut the price of the heroin just enough to get you to overdose. Let's dissect this insanity. Let's strip it down to the bone because clearly you need a wake-up call. The system, this massive, intricate machine designed to keep you poor and obedient, loves this week. It is their Super Bowl. They spend billions of dollars on psychological research to figure out exactly what color of red triggers your urgency impulse. They hire data scientists to track your eye movements on a screen. They know that if they put a countdown timer next to a product, your anxiety spikes and your rational decision-making cortex shuts down. They are hacking your biology. They are exploiting your deepest insecurities. They know you feel inadequate. They know you feel like a loser because you don't have the newest phone or the biggest screen or the trendiest sneakers. So they sell you a cure. They sell you a temporary bandage for the gaping wound in your soul. And who is the target here? It is you, the premium poor. The person who makes a decent salary but has zero net worth because you cannot stop consuming. You walk around with your designer coffee and your leased luxury car and your latest smartwatch, acting like you have made it, but if you miss 2 paychecks, you would be on the street. That is not wealth. That is a golden chain. You're a slave with better upholstery. And Black Friday is the day you tighten that chain around your own neck and you thank the master for the privilege. Let's talk about the products themselves. Do you really think they are giving you the top-tier inventory at a loss out of the goodness of their hearts? Wake up. Manufacturers create specific derivatives of their products just for this week. It looks like the same TV model you saw in the review videos, but if you check the serial number, you will see it is missing 2 HDMI ports and uses a cheaper processor and has a screen made of leftover glass that will burn out in 2 years. It is garbage. It is landfill in waiting. But you buy it because you're a magpie attracted to shiny objects. You load up your cart with plastic junk that will end up in a closet or a garage or the ocean within 6 months. And you feel good about it for exactly 20 minutes. That is the half-life of consumer joy. 20 minutes of satisfaction, followed by 30 days of buyer's remorse, followed by 12 months of paying interest. Oh, let's get to the interest. Let's talk about the financial suicide you are committing. Most of you are not paying cash. If you were paying cash, it would still be stupid, but at least it wouldn't be fatal. No, you are putting this on a credit card. You are swiping that piece of plastic because it feels like magic money. It doesn't feel real. You swipe and you walk away with the prize, but the math is sitting there in the dark, waiting to ambush you. Let's do some napkin math right now. You buy $2,000 worth of electronics and clothes and useless gadgets. You put it on a card with 25% interest because your credit score is mediocre. Because you make bad decisions. You make the minimum payments because you are strapped for cash. Do you know what happens? That $2,000 deal ends up costing you $4,000 over the next 5 years. You are paying double. You are working hours of your life, hours you will never get back, just to pay interest to a bank that sees you as nothing more than a number on a spreadsheet. You are financial slaughter cattle. They milk you for fees, and then they slaughter you for interest, and you line up for it. You camp out on the sidewalk for the privilege of being milked. It is perverse. It is masochism disguised as commerce. And consider the opportunity cost. This is the concept that separates the wealthy from the rats. Every dollar you spend on a liability is a dollar that could have been an asset. If you took that $1,000 you were going to blow on a new gaming console and a pile of games, and you instead bought an index fund or paid down your highest interest debt or invested in a skill that could increase your income, that $1,000 could grow. Over 30 years at a standard market return, that $1,000 becomes $10,000 or more. So that console didn't cost you $1,000? It cost you $10,000 of your future freedom. It cost you a month of early retirement. You are literally trading your freedom for plastic toys. But the system does not want you to think about 30 years from now. The system wants you to think about right now. It wants you focused on the dopamine hit. It wants you to be a good little consumer who keeps the wheels of the economy turning. They tell you it is patriotic to shop. They tell you that you deserve it. Treat yourself. That is the mantra of the broke. I work hard, so I deserve this new bag. You work hard, so you deserve freedom. You work hard, so you deserve to not wake up in a panic at 3 a.m. wondering how you are going to pay the bills. Buying the bag destroys the freedom. It cancels out the hard work. It keeps you on the treadmill running faster and faster, but going nowhere. Look at the social pressure. It is suffocating. You have friends and coworkers asking, "What did you get? Did you see the sales?" It is a conversation starter. It is a bonding ritual for the herd. If you say, "I bought nothing, I stayed home and read a book and looked at my bank account grow," they look at you like you are the crazy one. They call you cheap. They call you a Scrooge. Let them. Let the sheep mock the wolf. They are bonding over their mutual destruction. They are celebrating their shackles. You do not need to participate in their delusion. You need to develop mental sovereignty. You need to be able to look at a flashing neon sign that says 70% off and feel absolutely nothing no pulse raise, no desire, just cold indifference. There is a concept called the Diderot effect. It is named after a French philosopher who received a gift of a beautiful scarlet dressing gown. It was so fancy that everything else in his study looked cheap by comparison. So he replaced his old rug, then he replaced his chairs, then his paintings. Soon he was broke and in debt because the introduction of one new luxury item made him dissatisfied with everything else he owned. That is what Black Friday does to you. You buy the new TV now, your TV stand looks old. You buy the new stand now, your couch looks ragged. You buy the new couch now, the carpet looks dirty. It is a cascade of consumption that never ends until you are buried. The system knows this. They count on it. They give you the razor handle for cheap because they know you will be buying the blades for the rest of your life. Stop being a pobre premium. Stop trying to look rich to people who do not care about you. True wealth is silence. True wealth is the ability to walk into a store, look at everything, and realize you do not need any of it to be whole. The person who needs the latest iPhone to feel valid is a fragile creature. Their self-worth is tied to a supply chain in China. If the ship sinks, their ego sinks with it. Do you want to be that fragile? Or do you want to be anti-fragile? Here is the reality of the items you are coveting. It is all landfill. It is all dust. In 5 years, nobody will care about the shoes you fought for. In 10 years, that laptop will be a paperweight. But the habits you build today? The discipline you forge by saying, that lasts forever. The money you save and invest? That compounds. That builds a fortress around you and your family that the system cannot penetrate. So here is the plan for this week. This is your escape route. This is how you kill the rat inside you. When the ads start popping up, block them. When the emails come in, unsubscribe. When your friends invite you to the mall, say no. Stay home. Do a buy nothing challenge. Go 24 hours without spending a single cent. Then go 48. Then go 72. Feel the withdrawal symptoms. You will feel bored. You will feel anxious. That is the addiction leaving your body. Sit with it. Stare at a wall if you have to. Read a book you already own. Exercise. Cook a meal with what is in your pantry. Take the money you were planning to spend. Calculate exactly how much it was going to be. Maybe it was $500, maybe $2,000. Take that exact amount and move it into an investment account. Buy the S&P 500. Buy Bitcoin. Pay down your credit card principal. Do something that makes your net worth go up, not down. This is the ultimate rebellion. While the zombies are out there fighting over scraps, you are quietly building an empire. While they are draining their life force, you are accumulating power. And when you see the news footage of the crowds, when you see the people screaming and running and clutching their boxes, I want you to feel pity. Do not feel superior. In an arrogant way, feel the heavy sadness of seeing potential wasted. Those are human beings capable of art and philosophy and invention reduced to consuming machines. Don't be one of them. Step out of the line. Walk away from the cliff. The system wants you broke. The system wants you dependent. The system wants you to finance a lifestyle you cannot afford, so you have to keep showing up to that job you hate every single day until you die. Black Friday is the handcuffs. Do not put them on. If you are still here, if you are still listening, and if you are ready to reject the madness, I want you to leave a comment below. I want to see who the real ones are. Write the phrase, "Starve the Beast." That is your code. That means you are not feeding the machine this year. That means you are keeping your capital. That means you are sovereign. Starve the beast. Type it, mean it, and then close this app, put your phone down, and go enjoy the wealth of simply existing without needing to buy a damn thing. Mate o rato dentro de você hoje. Kill the rat inside you today